Ya Babaji Nama. In the last video, I have shared general technical aspects of human body and how scientific technique of Kriya Kundalini Yoga affects or enhance our physical body, mind and spirit level. In this video, I am going to share about some subtle technical aspects of our human body, how it works and how Kriya Kundalini Yoga works in our system, that is this physical and non-physical bodies. Actually, we have not only one physical body, we have 5 number of bodies. Those are Annamaya Kosha, which is made of food, we can call it physical body, and Manomaya Kosha, which is made of mind or thoughts, Jnanamaya Kosha, which is made of wisdom. We can realize this body once we get mature in our spiritual path. Vijnanamaya Kosha, which is a non-physical technical body. This body also can be experienced only when we get matured in our spiritual growth. And Anandamaya Kosha, which is made of bliss. These are all the 5 bodies we have. This Annamaya Kosha, which is made of food, is physical, and also Manomaya Kosha, which is made of thoughts or mind, is also physical. And all other 3 bodies, those are Jnanamaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha and Anandamaya Kosha. These bodies are non-physical. So majorly we can categorize, we have a physical body of Annamaya Kosha and Manomaya Kosha. This is physical body. And we have a astral body, which is of 3, Jnanamaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha and Anandamaya Kosha. So before going into technical aspects of how Kriya Kundalini Shakti is working on our body to energize our physical body and astral body to become a magnetic field. By using this Kriya Kundalini Shakti, our body will become a magnetic field which will attract love of God, or we can call it grace of Guru or God. So love is a totally different energy which will work in a different levels of non-physical things. So these things are, I am saying, just to give an awareness or just to give an overview how this yoga with the help of Kundalini Shakti, how it enhance human body, mind and other astral spirit levels. So these main things, these subtle things can be only experienced by an individual when one gets matured in the spiritual path by using these scientific yogic techniques. A Kriya Yoga is the highest order of any other yoga techniques because this is the direct path to realize or experience that is called grace or God consciousness or Paramatma. So before going into these technical things, in general, how our body works, how it is controlled by our brain, how brain commands, controls, monitors and rejuvenate our body. These orders from the brain is transmitted over the body by using neurons. These neurons are responsible for transmitting these orders from the brain to the entire body in the form of electrical pulse. Which is monitoring, controlling, enabling or sometimes disabling our body parts. So entire body parts are controlled by the brain. So the brain commands over the body or controls the body by using electrical pulse. This is transmitted via neurons. So our voluntary, involuntary actions of our body, entire actions are controlled by the electrical pulse which is generated from brain and transmitted by neurons to the entire body. And one more most important part of our body is heart. This heart pumping involuntary action is also controlled by electrical impulses. So heart has a part which is generating electrical impulses. By using that energy or Shakti, heart is functioning involuntarily. So we are getting energy through majorly through breathing and food which will be digested by the acid produced by the intestine, which will be monitored and controlled or enhanced or diagnosed by the brain. So electrical impulses are the vital message transmitters or the messages from the brain is transmitted by the electrical impulses. So our body is having electrical operations inside. This is a basic. This is said to give a basic idea how the Shakti is working in our body. So we are getting Shakti from breathing and food digested, and it will be the Shakti and energy or fuel will be mixed with the blood, and the blood will transmitted to the entire body to give energy, and the operations of the body, mind, and control of the body and mind, these are all working by using electric pulses. So when we practice Kriya Yoga by using pranic abanic current which flows from lower to higher part of the body, abanic current is flowing from our stomach to lower part of our body. So by practicing Kriya Yoga and Pranayama, Kriya Kundalini Pranayama, this pranic abanic current flow is controlled and enhanced. Usually we will get very less air. By our usual breathing we will get only very less airflow, because we are not utilizing the entire part of our this breathing organs. By using these techniques in the Kriya Yoga, we can inhale more energy, or we can inhale more volume of air, which will give us more energy than usual. So by practicing these pranic abanic breathing, scientific breathing technique, so dormant energy or dormant Shakti, Kundalini, is awakened. Once it is awakened, it will start flowing from Muladhara, Manipuraga, Swadhisthana, Manipuraga, Anagata, Visuddhi and Ajna, and once it is matured, it will also rise out of the body through Sahasraratala and other chakras. So majorly we have 108 physical chakras and 6 non-physical out of our body, from Sahasrara to upper part, which were non-physical 6 chakras. So totally we have 114 chakras. These chakras are meeting point of vital energies, vital vayus, as well as vital nadis. So in this 108 chakras, more than one or more energy, vital energies and its carriers, veins and nadis are meeting. So this is called chakra. These 108 chakra, from these 108 chakras, the major chakras are Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipuraga, Anagata, Visuddha, Ajna and Sahasraratala or Sahaskara. So these 7 chakras are controlling the all small chakras or sub chakras. So all other chakras are controlled mainly by these 7 chakras and 10 vayus and 10 nadis. As I already told in the last video, we have 72,000 nadis. These 10 nadis are controlling all other nadis. Same way, these 10 major vayus are controlling all other vayus. So by using Kriya technique, once Kundalini is activated, then the Sushumna Nadi or Sulumunai Nadi will be opened. So Kundalini flows from Muladhara to Sahasrara, activating each chakras. These chakras are not physically present in our body. These chakras are in astral body. So when we are practicing Kriya Yoga techniques in physical body by using asanas, pranayamas and meditation, samadhi, when these things are happening, we are energizing these chakras by using the excess breath. We are by enhancing our breathing, we are giving excess energy to activate these vital points. So when we are doing it physically, so by using these chakras will be energized and it will have connection through this electricity. This electric or electromagnetic waves will work on our physical body as well as astral body. So that is why when we practice in our physical body, that will affect our astral body and activate our vital centers. When these vital centers are energized with the Kundalini and these chakras, once these chakras are activated, our physical body and astral body will be magnetized. Once it is magnetized, we can receive God consciousness through various paths which are usually not active in our body. By yoga and other techniques, we are activating and opening up these subtle paths. Once these subtle paths are opened, so we can receive Guru's grace or God's grace. It will be like an electrical rainfall. It will be like a bathing in an electrical rainfall. So it is a gentle rainfall that is called grace or God consciousness. It will enter our body once we magnetized our body by using Kriya Yoga techniques and activate these physical energy centers, and by activating these physical energy centers, this will connect us to our astral body by using this electrical impulses or electrical energy we are giving, the excess energy we are giving through the practice of our Kriya Yoga. So once we mature step by step from physical body to non-physical body, that is from Annamaya Kosha, physical body, Manomaya Kosha, mental body or mind body, body which is made of mind. So then once these levels are transcended by using these practices, not only the practices and but also the mindset. Mindset means our character decides. There are three different characters are we have three different characters as per yogic sciences, that is Rajas, Tamas, Satvik. Rajoguna, Tamoguna, Satvika Guna. Rajoguna is like hyperactive, Tamas or Tamoguna is like lazy attitude in body mind. Satvik Guna is like middle path, gentle middle path, not Rajas, not Tamas. This Satvik character must be developed inside us by using devotion, love towards God, love and compassion towards each and every living beings. So this is also a major requirement to spiritually grow or transcend these limitations of body mind. So by practicing these gunas as well as practices devotion, this body will be energized like a magnet. Once it is magnetized, then it will automatically receive grace. That is called meditation. Once we receive more energies, more grace, then we will slowly grow into different levels of spiritual enlightenments. Then we will transcend one by one from physical to non-physical bodies, from Annamaya Kosha to Manomaya Kosha, from Manomaya Kosha to Jnanamaya Kosha, from Jnanamaya Kosha to Vijnanamaya Kosha, from Vijnanamaya Kosha to Anandamaya Kosha, which is Satchidananda. Existence, knowledge, bliss, absolute, which is Paramatma, which is Mahavatar Babaji himself. So by aligning our body, mind, physical and non-physical bodies to receive the grace of Guru or God, which will scientifically work on us with electromagnetic intuition, we will be slowly trying to merge with or from Jivatma to, we are trying to transcend from Jivatma to Paramatma. We are trying to merge, we are trying to melt this Jivatma into Paramatma. This is the scientific way towards self-realization. So when from Mooladhara to Sahasrara, when we travel from Mooladhara to Sahasrara in Ajna, once Kundalini reaches from Mooladhara to Ajna, we can see light in the place of Ajna, which is situated in between eyebrows, little above, in between eyebrows place, little above, and 2 inch inside that, which is called Kutastha Chaitanya. In that place, once Kundalini reaches that place, we can see light. There are many layers which is hiding this light because of our food, because of our mindset, because of our habits, because of our environment, because of our karma. So once Kundalini starts from Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipuraga, Anagada, Visuddha, and it reaches Ajna, it will slowly work on these layers which are hiding the Jivatma, will be slowly removed one by one. It will take long time, at least 12 years it will take. Once these layers which covers Atma will be removed, then we can see when this body mind is merged with our Atma by clearing all these layers which are traps in our path. By using this pranic abanic current, slowly it will get reduced. So we will be receiving Guru's or God's grace, which will wash our physical and non-physical bodies, and it will energize our Panchapudas also. This is made of Panchapuda. What is Panchapuda? Neer, Nilam, Kaatru, Neruppu, Agayam. Water, earth, air, fire and Akash. So once these 5 elements of body will be getting regulated by the grace of God and Guru, slowly it will get aligned to see Jivatma. So this can be achieved in various methods. For example, by using yoga, which is Kriya Yoga, by doing directed practices, we are enhancing our breathing and giving more energy to our body, not only for survival, to give more energy, excess energy. By using this excess energy, we can travel towards self-realization by the method of Kriya Yoga. So how it works, I just explained with an overview. If I missed some points, maybe I will try to cover in the next video. So this is how the God consciousness or Guru, Sadguru is working on us. So by practicing all these methods, by practicing Niyama, Yama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, we are making our physical, mental body to receive Guru's grace. When we start receiving Guru's grace, that is called meditation. It will happen automatically, almost effortlessly. So we don't need to do anything. Guru will work on us. So when we succeeded being in meditation, slowly enhance that meditation into samadhi. So in that state, we transcended our physical nature to some extent. So mukti means we have totally transcended our physical, mental, limited being, and we became one with the unlimited being, who is Mahavatar Babaji, that is Paramatma or Parabrahma. In all other methods, like for example, if you take Jnana Yoga, by self-inquiry, by using intellect, one finds whether this physical body is me, or this mind is me, or what is me. When he is achieving this state, who is me, finding this state by using intellect, again reverse will happen. Kundalini will rise from Muladhara to Sahasrara and it will merge, it will show the Atma. You can get Atma Darshan then. And by using devotion, by intensifying our emotion to intense devotion like love or devotion towards Guru and God, Guru or God. So again, in peak experience of this devotion, again the Kundalini rises from, by using this devotional path, Bhakti Yoga, Kundalini rises from Muladhara to Ajna and Sahasrara, and we can get enlightened, like we can see, we will get Atma Darshan. And by using Karma Yoga, by dedicating whatever work we are doing, dedicated to Guru or God, again once he gets a peak of that surrenderance, again the Kundalini will rise. After getting that peak of surrenderance state, Kundalini will rise from Muladhara to Ajna, and we will get Atma Darshan. Then it will merge with Paramatma through Sahasrara and other chakras. So this is why Kriya Kundalini Yoga is the lightning path, the quickest path, because we are directly experiencing God by awakening the Kundalini, rise it from Muladhara to Ajna and to Sahasrara, by using scientific breathing techniques which will enhance our energy from survival plane to spiritual plane, from spiritual plane to enlightenment plane, from enlightenment plane to plane or non-dual oneness plane. So that's why Kriya Yoga is the direct, lightning, quickest path of self-realization, enlightenment or mukti. I try to give an overview about this electromagnetic working principle of all bodies, and how Kriya Kundalini Yoga is energizing by using pranic abanic current, and how Kundalini Shakti will work on these vital centers to energize that, and physically, which will in turn affect us astral body. By energizing physical body, we are connecting through this electric current or electromagnetized vital centers will be connected to astral body. So this physical mental enhancement will affect astral body intuitively. So once you get to from Muladhara to Ajna, so then it is activated. Once Ajna is activated, then what we are calling as knowledge, jnana, will happen intuitively, that is scientifically. So by using Dharana Dhyadi, one can intuitively connect with his Sadguru or God, and he will impart knowledge intuitively, that is, he will pass knowledge as electromagnetic waves, directly impart knowledge into you. So this is called enlightenment or getting wisdom, jnana. Once you get this entire knowledge about Jivatma and Paramatma, you can merge with Paramatma or you can melt in Paramatma. So this limited entity of individuality will be melted into non-dual oneness. This is called Advaita in different schools. we call it Mukti Moksha. Advaita means duality, Advaita means non-dual oneness. So this Advaita Jnana, this Advaita knowledge can be attained directly and as quick as possible through Kriya Yoga. So this Kriya Yoga which Mahadhar Babaji gave to this world is the lightening path to self-realization and to Mukti or Moksha or non-dual oneness. Asato ma satkamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma mridamgamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. This mantra means Asatoma Sadgamaya. From lie to truth. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. From darkness to light. Mrityorma Amirdamgamaya. From mortality to immortality. Kriya Babaji Namah.